Hello, welcome. I want to talk about software that you need to learn, that you need to know to be a structural engineer, or software that structural engineers who are practicing in their day-to-day work or professional activities. So let's begin. The first one here is Microsoft Word. So structural engineers, like many professionals, use Microsoft Word for various purposes, including documentation, report writing, specification, correspondence, editing and review, template integration, because Microsoft integrates with other softwares like Excel, and accessibility, and also version control. So in summary, Microsoft Word is valuable tool for you if you are planning to be a structural engineer, because it supports various aspects of structural engineers work, from documentation to reporting to communication and collaboration. So it helps engineers efficiently create, edit and share written materials. So you can see here, I have done my calculation here for foundation in Microsoft Word, and also I have mentioned the other purposes that you may need Microsoft Word. So don't assume that Microsoft Word is too basic. You need to be very good in it, because you cannot learn complex thing and then you're struggling with basic thing. You will end up not being able to compete, because take up for example, if you are a student where you are very good in one subject, you get A's, but in the rest of the subject you get D's. So how are you going to compete with your colleagues? Think about it. So the other software I will advise you is Excel, Microsoft Excel. So as a structural engineer, you will rely on Microsoft Excel for a variety of important tasks and calculation in your work. So you can see here I have designed Excel sheet where I did load takedown calculation for column. Then I can be able to design my column and also my foundation. So you will need to be very good in Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel, because you can see this one. I did this Excel structural analysis of column and base. So the first task that structural engineers rely on Microsoft Excel is structural analysis, because Excel can perform simple structural calculation such as determining force, stress in columns, beams, and other structural elements. Also, you need Excel for data organization, design calculations, load calculations, cost estimation, data analysis, graphic representation, project management, documentation, custom tool, integration. So in summary, Microsoft Excel is also indispensable tool for structural engineers, because it supports a wide range of tasks. So you'll find if you have Microsoft Excel, you can be able even to organize and even manage your project, because you can be able to organize your activities, and the way you're going to pay your workers in Excel, and it will be just you can organize a company which consists of so many people, and you can be able to manage them using Excel, right? So Excel makes things that may seem complicated quite easy, and that one I say, besides structural analysis and helping in calculations, and also many other things. So the other software that we use, and most of you I expect, is AutoCAD, of course. AutoCAD. So you can see AutoCAD is an indispensable tool for structural engineers, and for many because of many reasons. So you can see you can be able to detail and be able to do structural detailing, can be able to collaborate with others because many professionals also depend on AutoCAD in their day to day um, in their profession. So you can be able to integrate and also collaborate. So you can be able to do designing and drafting because AutoCAD they simply start for computer aided design. So you can be able to visualize because AutoCAD allows structural engineer to visualize complex structures. So you can see here I can be able to visualize a joint here to a structural to a steel structure. So you can see it is made very simple in AutoCAD. You can even to analyze. Of course, I have mentioned collaboration because AutoCAD is also widely used in the architecture and construction industry. Documentation because I can now be able to print this and also save it in form of PDF. Also, building information modeling. So in summary, AutoCAD is also an indispensable tool for structural engineers because it enables them to create, analyze, document, communicate complex structural design effectively. So I'm not going to go deep into this, but if I have mentioned one, you should be very careful. The other one that I would advise is Archicad. Archicad, if you investigate, there is no any serious structural engineer who is actually not very good in Archicad because of many reasons, right? So Archicad is enable a structural engineer to collaborate because it is popular BIM software used by architects. So structural engineers often need to work closely with architects to ensure that the structural element of the building integrates seamlessly with its overall design. So using Archicad, you can allow them to collaborate more effectively on a shared BIM model. So, and I'll give an example because if, for example, you can see this one is the drawing is a foundation layout for this, but you can see I need this now to print this, but if I'm having problems to print and I need the architect wants particularly A1 or A2 size paper, but it is quite complex to do that in AutoCAD and you will end up having conflict because the architect doesn't want to print for you, so he wants precisely A1 paper which he can print and which will now be, you can see this one, these letters are very small, so they need to be visible and therefore the size of this paper must be adequate. So that this is just one example where I can now be able to print this file, save it, and I have created a video on that in any form, in any size of paper that the architect requires. If it requires a one size paper, I can be able to print. And there are also so many advantages that you will find Archicad has that AutoCAD is missing. You can see I can change the paper here to any size. Can even change it to A4, right? So you will find Archicad has many advantages that make it an indispensable tool for any serious structural engineer. So the other use is of course model integration because Archicad facilitates integration of architectural and structural models. Also coordination because BIM software like Archicad support clash detection where potential conflict between structural and architectural elements are identified early in the design phase. It also allows visualization because Archicad provides vast 3D modeling and visualization capabilities. It also allows quantities and scheduling because Archicad can generate quantities takeoff and construction schedule based on the BIM model. Documentation, data sharing. So Archicad is a valuable tool for structural engineers because it promotes collaboration with architects, enhance coordination, improve visualization, and streamlines the process of creating documents and data sharing. So therefore, what I'm trying to insist, if you think that Archicad will not be important to you, someone will always be having an upper hand. All right, because simply he knows Archicad, you still be having an advantage that you don't. So you'll be finding that his details are always better. See, so learn these things. Don't make the mistake that some of us did and wish someone would have shared such information with us so that we could make our work and our life easier. All right. So I will move to the next software, which is, of course, you need to learn a software like Staad Pro, Staad Pro, or any other analysis software that you think is best for you. But for me, I usually prefer Staad Pro because of many advantages that I have learned from it. So structural engineer use Staad Pro for several important reasons. First, structural analysis. All right, because and I have it here because now you can see I was able to design these and um, analyze this Pangola in Staad Pro. So you can see I have the bases, the type of bases here. I was able to analyze it, and now I can even design the base for this Pangola, the connection design. So Staad Pro is very important because it enables you to analyze either concrete or steel structure. And remember, I have told you, as an engineer, to be competitive in such a competitive environment, because engineering, structural engineering is a very competitive field. You need to be all-rounded person because you need to be able to survive. Because if you are not all-rounded, you'll be just like, I can give an example, a student who passes in one subject, gets straight A's in mathematics, but fails miserable, get D's in languages or even humanities. So you can see, at the end of the day, uh, the A in your math cannot reflect in your overall performance, and you know now this one is real life situation. Now you are not going to get a job. Someone is going to get the job because he has an upper hand. So you need to be an all-rounded person. If you know how to design concrete, you should know also how to design steel because you're not the one who's going to decide the job which are there in the market. Right? So you can see here now you can be able to design this base and everything in Staad Pro and be able to analyze and also design and code compliance. Staad Pro provide tools for structural engineer to design structural elements such as beam, column, foundation, as you can see here, with compliance with industry specified code. So you can see Staad Pro allows AIC, Eurocode, BS code, Indian codes. So Staad Pro has such advantages. Also load analysis, also stability and deflection analysis, modeling flexibility, foundation design, seismic analysis, where you can be able to design either a structure for earthquakes. All right, and remember, if you are designing for earthquake, you simply want to give people the chance to evacuate if the building is going to collapse, which many of the time the building will fail, but we need that chance to allow people to evacuate and to prevent loss of life. So Staad Pro will enable that, and also the integration with CAD. So Staad Pro you can be able to integrate with many other software, and I'll give an example here. Let me just close this, save the changes. Let me say no. You can see here, I need to design this connection here, but my connection is not I section, it is a hollow rectangular section. But so you find that when you're trying to define the connection, Staad Pro cannot be able to interpret or to know which kind of connection is that and end up giving you an error. So you need to use other software like IDF Statica to design if you are doing steel design, which now gives me the other software that you need to learn. If you are going to major in steel design, you need to know idea Statica because, as I have said, an engineer and in a very competitive environment where there are rarely second chances, you need to be all-rounded person. You need to be sort of person that You can be able even to do architectural and structural design on your own. So that's how you're going to be successful. That's how you're going to be the person that you are dreaming to be. All right. So you can see now I can be able to export this joint. So this is just basically another advantage of Staad Pro. I can now be able to export this joint here to Idea Statica, because it integrates with Idea Statica, which other software, most of them don't. So now we can be able to do any type of connection in Idea Statica. All right. So let me just show you by example. I need to export this to Idea Statica. Let me just close this. Oh yeah, it is exporting. Let me first cancel. It is exporting. I need to cancel this. So I need to teach by examples, because as I can quote from my icon Albert Einstein that practice is not an alternative way of teaching. It is the only way of teaching. So it is important that I illustrate what I'm trying to say, and that is how you're going to understand better what I'm trying to tell you here. So why Staad Pro is very important? Because of integration. Now I can be able to export this joint to Idea Statica. You can see now this joint, I have it here, and now I can be able now to analyze this joint in Idea Statica. So in summary, Staad Pro is an essential tool for structural engineers, because it provides the necessary tool for structural design analysis, design, and compliance with building codes. If you are using Indian codes, you prefer BS or Euro codes or AIC codes, okay, or you using Philippine codes, Staad Pro offers all that. So for such software, you need to be conscious of such factors before you decide which software you are going to be to try and to try and learn about. So you can be your preferred software for design and analysis. So the other software that all professional engineers rely upon is Adobe Acrobat. And I'm sure most of you think that Adobe Acrobat is not important, or even some of you might not be aware of a software called Adobe Acrobat. So engineers, like many other professions, may need Adobe PDF reader. All right. So you can see I have a structural detailing here, and I can go. I have done some calculation for a job I just did for my client. So this one here. So you can see I can now be able to open my calculation just by clicking. Just open in Adobe Acrobat. I can be able to merge. I will show you how I've merged my final reports and calculations for the drawing for this job that I did just the other day. So you can see I have compiled everything, because Adobe allows you to create PDF, combine files, edit PDF. You can see I can be able to even change this dimension if I wish, just by clicking edit, and then now I can be able to change anything. So that's only possible if you're having Adobe Acrobat. And now I can be able to change an image into PDF and then combine with the file. So first of all, Acrobat allows viewing and reviewing of plan. As you can see here, my steel foundation plan, and also document preservation, because a PDF I widely use format for preserving the format and layout of documents. So civil engineers or structural engineers may need to access historical project design specification in PDF format. So Adobe PDF Reader ensures compatibility. Also printing and sharing. You can be able to print this by just one click. Just go there and print. You can also form filling and data extraction, security features. So PDF can be password protected. Alright, you can see here protection. You can see here protection. So PDF can be password protected because you're providing an additional layer for